get together and so forth. We just thought we'd cover a couple of quick things to give you a chance to kind of kick things off. I'm just curious, show of hands, how many folks, this is your first time at a convention? Oh, awesome. All right. Love it. Fun movies. How many of you have had a chance to see some of the cast at another convention? Just a few of you. Okay. Well, you already know how awesome they are, so this is going to be a great chance for many of you to get a chance to see them. Being a first-year con, please, the folks at ClexaCon are working very hard on this event, but as you know, many of them are volunteers, working very hard to get things done. So don't hesitate to share some feedback with them on how things are going. The goal always with a con, having been involved in so myself, is to improve year to year. So if there's something that's not working well, reach out to them, or there's something that's done very well, also reach out to them. So please realize a lot of folks give up a lot of their time to make this happen. So don't hesitate to reach out and let them know. Is there anything, any questions or items we can kind of try to help you a little bit with? Or I should probably let my ladies on either side introduce themselves.
Hi guys, I know most of you don't know me. My name's Bonnie.
Flip the hair.
I'm going to go first and not follow. I'm Wynonna fans, for anybody who doesn't know. I can't believe you are here. This is amazing. It's like standing room only. Look at that. There's seats up front. Yeah, there's seats. There's seats. Get to the door. There's a nice guy.
Yeah, we're all Earpers here. Just grab another seat.
I'm kind of ready now. Let's get into that point.
A few seats over here on the to your left.
Center table. Hi, Mom.
I'm Bridget. I'm kind of a con newbie too, so I'm with most of you. Winging it.
Now, one other person I want to be sure to introduce, Jordan. Jordan. This is the Earper meetup. She worked so hard and you had a wonderful time at San Diego Comic-Con, so kudos to Jordan for running the meetup account all year, so show her some love as well. So is there any other, as I started asking, any questions or things you want to have any of us touch on before we just kind of socialize here? As I said, we don't really have a presentation or anything, folks. We are doing tomorrow afternoon our Wynonna Earp fan panel. I believe it's in this same room at 2 o'clock, if I remember correctly. It's on your schedule. Talking about the journey of the fandom and a lot of what went on there. So please, if it fits into your schedule, stop by. If you can't make it, totally understand. There's so many great things to choose from. Not a problem if you can. Yes, question?
I wanted to just talk about how when Waverly decided she was in love with Nicole, everybody was like, okay, she's bisexual, and that's like the character. But as you know, like in Supergirl, when Alex comes out, she's like, okay, I'm a lesbian. So I wanted to know when people automatically assume because a girl or woman dates men, they automatically assume she's bisexual instead of no, she's a lesbian, but she just happened to have dated men before. That's a thing that I wanted to touch on. Is she supposed to be bisexual, or was she confirmed as her identity?
I think the only person who probably knows that is Waverly.
Yeah.
So. I don't think she's here. Waverly, if you are here, please come to the front. You know, Emily, I think she probably wants to have a serious discussion about it. What do other people think about it?
We'd all be tweeting. We'd be tweeting while we're here. Yeah. We can all just discuss at our table. Yeah. Yeah, table discussions.
great thing about topics like this, for those of you, obviously, if you're on social media, there's several of us on Twitter that are very active. There's also a Wynonna Earp fans Facebook discussion group where we have a lot of these type of discussions too. So get involved if you're not already in any of those social angles. It's a great way to keep these conversations going year-round, by the way. We've had several folks come in late. There are some seats up here at the table in the front. We're all Earpers. There's some there. If there's room at the table, come on down and sit down. Yes, so question?
3 seats over here. We got one.
Since we haven't heard yet as far as premiere date or air date, we're all still anxiously waiting for that. One of the questions that came up, as many of you are aware, Bonnie and I hosted the Whiskey and Donuts video hangouts after the episode airings in season 1. We are certainly planning to do that for season 2. So we'll keep you posted on details. As many of you know, the providers for video hangouts, that marketplace is changing by the hour, so exactly what service we might be using, it's a wait and see kind of thing, but since several hundred folks showed up every week, you can bet we'll be back.
Might have a different background in my shot since my daughter has not confiscated the study as her bedroom. And Kevin has promised to get more than just a white background. Right?
Yeah, just the furniture that was standing there in the room. That just didn't work for so many of you. I will have to up I'll do my best there. But obviously we're planning many podcasts again. For those of you who have been sticking with the podcast in the off-season, we've interviewed several other folks related to fandom and such. We obviously will be talking to the cast again when that opportunity presents itself. We recently just released an interview with Mo Ryan from Variety, who's going to be here this weekend. Certainly say hello to Mo. She's been a supporter of good genre TV, and it was wonderful to see her list, Wynonna Earp, and her list of top 20 shows of 2016 articles. So by all means, show her some love.
I think, season 2 is going to be more of what we loved about season 1 is going to be in season 2. If I know Emily Andrews, she's going to bring all the more. So Kevin and I are going to bring all the more to the fandom. So we're going to do more podcasts and more Periscopes and more video hangouts and more giveaways.
Yeah, we have to give a big thanks to the cast and IDW for supplying many of those things. They have been wonderful and very supportive of us and the entire fandom. Yes, no question?
Is Doc Stash in this room?
Yes. Sylvia. Doc Stash.
Show yourself.
Show yourself. We know you're here. She's here.
Come on.
The elusive Doc Stash.
Good try, Sylvia. I appreciate it.
Right.
Who it is.
I tried.
Bridget, do you have some plans for coverage of the show in season 2, I assume?
No, I don't honestly know. I'm hoping that the show is bigger, and so the bigger outlets will be covering it more than me, maybe. But I'm certainly, if Emily wants to still talk, I will be there to talk.
Yes.
I was going to say that I really think that maybe Waverly would not be evil for that long. I talked to Dom and she said you have to wait and see, but this girl next to me, she's really good, so I really think she won't be evil for that long.
Here's praying. I don't think my heart can take evil really for too long. I have a lot invested in that character.
That was louder than you thought it was going to be.
Yep. All right. Nicole assumed that she's talking about being gay, and
The
then
lesbian, not a unicorn scene.
yes, and so that how did that come about? How was that with the actor? How was that, and how was that received? Even that you noticed, were people talking about that? Because I know the unicorn thing has really blown up, but it was a funny scene, but it was also kind of serious, and it was great. So how was that?
That whole episode, I think, was memorable for a lot of people that day in particular. And I know Kevin and Bridget and I sat there on Twitter, and when that scene there was some, I don't know, some scene on a couch. I don't know. Maybe you guys haven't seen that scene. You might have missed it, but it was really good. Check it out. There was, I just like kind of sat back. We were all live tweeting because, you know, and I just sat back and I just watched and just Twitter like exploded. So the lesbian not a unicorn scene for sure, you know, was a really big. People were like, quoting that line forever.
I think it's popular as the Lily line from Imagine Me and You. Or like, you're a wanker number 9.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that popular.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what that means.
Yeah.
So you're lesbian, not a unicorn. That's up there with the memorable lines.
Yes, absolutely.
One thing that was kind of cool, the three of us had an opportunity to see screeners for the episodes early, so as Bonnie was saying, we kind of knew what fandom was going to do when that aired. So talking about the scene you're asking about, when that scene happened, so many folks were so excited for it, and we're all kind of sitting back between ourselves going, just wait for it. So that was a lot of fun to watch all of that play out. But having to keep that quiet for a while, not fun.
That was a personal hell. Yeah. Emily even asked us on the video hangout the week before. She came on the video hangout like she does sometimes, and she said, "So, Bonnie and Kevin, what did you think of next week's episode?" And we can't give away anything. And I was so afraid that if I even smiled, like everybody would be like, "It's code. Something's happening way wrong." So I was like stone faced. I'm like, it was good. It was absolutely fine. I think people will appreciate it. I mean, it was,
See, now next year when your response is that, they're all
and then I'll be like, it was a great episode. They're like, nothing happened.
Now maybe some folks, other key scenes they want to mention that really just cemented the show. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you know my favorite scene.
Yeah, I might miss it.
There's no gray area there. The scene of the two sisters with Wynonna kissing her on the forehead. That encapsulated the entire season in a mere moment, and certainly flooded back lots of great Buffy memories for me in terms of the emotional attachment of the show. But I know there are many others aside from the couch scene, though, that are pretty wonderful.
The barn scene.
That barn scene,
I know they were, it was like, yeah. I know. They need to learn how to lock a door, or knock on a door, or get a door. Like, there's a lot of just walking it up people in that show. Oh yeah.
And then
When she shoots
the
Willa.
slide under.
And the slide over the right? You're right? Yeah. That is pretty badass.
See the reaction, you know, because the actress that plays Willa, she's like in the new movie,
Yeah.
and everybody was getting reactions like, they're like, I didn't know you were gay. They're like tweeting that to her.
From the show, yeah.
And her castmate was like, what does that mean? I don't know what it means. And she's like, it's a line from Wynonna Earp.
Yeah. She's like, I did this show.
Yeah,
We all Periscope each other sometimes.
So blind, and now everybody wants to say it back to me.
Now, we know many of you are just like us and that we're waiting to hear news of a DVD release or a Netflix US thing. So that we can start sharing it with our friends. I mean, those things are coming, but we don't have any official there yet. But obviously, we need to do all we can to get as many viewers in for season 2. So when those start coming available, we got to make sure we're all working as a fandom to make it happen. So you all help to make season 2 even possible, but we've got to work hard.
Everybody give yourself a round of applause.
Yeah, in today's TV world, it's nice to know that a lot of good folks can bring back a good show like this. So realize you've got a lot of power, and let's keep it coming for
That's right.
season 2.
And the one thing that I think Earpers have going for us that it sets us apart from a lot of other fandoms, and we kind of said this on the Mo Ryan interview, last week. We have a crazy amount of positive no chill. So it's different, you know. It's a little bit different, and I think it's what makes it sets us apart. And I know for a fact it's what sci-fi saw. It's what they heard. It's what set them apart. Hey, you know what? Maybe we need to give the show a little bit more than we thought. So good job out there. Thanks for being a part of that. Thanks for making me not look crazy doing all that nerd stuff.
And that was a great example too, because even Mo Ryan mentioned it. I mean, she's a very popular TV critic with lots of her followers asking her to watch certain shows. And certainly there were lots of Wynonna Earp fans telling her to watch it. And as she said, they were all polite and positive. No one got cranky and started to expect something. And that's unusual in today's marketplace for fandom. So give yourself a lot of credit there, folks. This is seen by a lot of folks as very positive influences.
Hey, Kevin?
Yes?
I just double-checked. Apparently, we're not the only ones that appreciated episode 9, because that is the one that Alex Zeroni is up for an award for.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Good point. Excellent point. Yes. It's
Yeah,
great
she's
to see.
nominated by the Writers Guild of Canada for that episode.
That's right.
Alex Zeroni, I actually told her she should be named the Way Hot Whisperer because she seemed to write episode 12, episode 9, all the important Way Hot ones. So. I think we should all start referring to her as Way Hot Whisperer.
Yes.
Yes.
I say the first time it has been known. Pretty exciting. I hadn't heard of Wynonna Earp until my Tumblr dash blew up. Oh my God! There's this new character on Wynonna Earp. It's Nicole Hodge, and she is just unabashedly lesbian. Like, she's not even trying to be something. And I saw the screenshots, and I'm like, you're gonna watch it? And now Wynonna Earp has just moved to the top of my priority queue. So, as far as favorite scenes go, that has to be near the top. Just
Best intro ever.
best.
Yeah. You know, I have actually kind of a funny inside story to tell you guys about that. I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but we got the first 2 episodes with part of the press, early screeners before, so I had seen the first 2 episodes, and in the second episode when we were introduced to Nicole Hodge, I thought, oh my gosh, like this is going to be huge. So I DM'd a little known actress, Kat Burrell. She had like maybe, I don't know, 3,000 Twitter followers. And I said, hey, Kat, nice to meet you. I'm somebody called Bonnie, Wynonna fan. And I said, I think that like you're going to be really big, so hold on to your hat. And she was so sweet, because if you've met her, I mean, if you had a chance to meet her today, you will know she's like the absolute sweetest person ever. And she said, oh, do you think they're going to like me? I don't know. Like, trust me, you're fine.
She has a fan base for life now. We'll follow her whatever she does.
And I think she was just so genuinely humbled and surprised by everything, but she didn't, at like everything that happened this season, and it's just been really great because she's such a sweet person. To see the kind of reaction that fans had to her, it's been really nice.
And if you folks haven't had a chance to listen to our interviews with the cast that we did on the podcast, again, I think you're really going to love them. And each one of them just totally giving up their time to us. Sit down, talk, whatever the questions were, the fan feedback stuff. They really were very welcoming and made it very easy for us. So that's a wonderful thing. And it's something we really need to appreciate. That doesn't happen with a lot of TV casts. So got to give them a lot of credit.
Or writer.
Taylor?
Tim Rosen actually just joined the Periscope if anybody wants to say hi.
Yeah,
where's Doc Stash? He says so many Fandress shirts.
He's the ultimate Fandress, right, Tim?
He says,
Why is he not here already?
yeah.
I'm going to see right here for you.
He says he wish he was here.
Recognize Doc Stash anywhere.
Right? Doc Stash is probably somewhere in this room. But no one will ever know.
Appreciate so much the show, how they do the subtle revealing of character traits. Like, for example, when the childhood drawing comes across and you see how everybody's happy, but Waverly's not. And also another great example, which you kind of catch even larger than that one, is when Waverly gets shot, and she's like, "Don't worry, guys, dig scars, we'll do chicks." And the slight facial change in Wynonna it's brilliant. The show does a great job doing all sorts of things like that, so appreciate for that.
Yeah, I cannot get over Melanie's faces.
God, they're just amazing. They're good.
I mean, I had to ask her in that interview, do you like plan those? Do you prep them? I mean, it's just amazing. Nope, just
It's a
happens
pure
naturally.
reaction.
Yeah, well, she said when she was a child, she actually used to get in trouble with her mom because everything showed on her face. She'd be like, wipe that expression off. She would.
Well, now she's got a career for it, so.
Like, you're going to make a lot of money with it. It's okay.
Yes.
Nicole's like one of my favorite, like it's Waverly and then Nicole, but like one of my favorite scenes is when she's talking with Wynonna, and then she's like, "Oh, nobody likes my ass," and she's like, "What?"
Best friendship.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones on the show. It's Top Shelf. That and shoe tickets, but stupid car. I think that's one of the things I know that Kevin and I have talked about on the podcast quite a bit, is just that you can put any two actors from that show in a scene together and you totally love them. Like, you're not sitting there waiting for like someone to come back. You're like, in any pairing, they're great. Like, you want them together, you know, like, okay, Tim, if he's still here, Tim and Waverly, I love that. You know, I love Doc and Waverly together. I think they're just such a great team, you know, you kind of want them on the screen, and then when they go off and then you get like Doc and Dolls together and you're like, oh, I love this, like bromance, and you know, it's great. So I like, anybody can be on screen at any moment, it's great. And that's evident in that one scene too, with Nicole and with Wynonna sitting there, you know, sharing a drink and, you know, commiserating and talking about their asses, you know, like you do.
Yes.
We all kind of know, but the real love story is between Wynonna and the bike.
Yeah, the real love story, Wynonna and the bike.
On OTT, is that what we're going to say? Fine, no doubt.
For those who didn't hear, Sally asked if that means that Wynonna is bisexual.
And she does.
Yeah, next t-shirt.
You can get that on a t-shirt.
All tomorrow at Fangirl Share.
I read Dominique's interview where they asked her, like, so how did you feel when you learned that Waverly and Nicole were going to get together? And she's like, yeah, I didn't know until I read the scene for Nicole's entrance, and I called up Emily, and I was like, oh, so Waverly is going to go into a relationship with Nicole, and Emily's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I thought you knew, like, okay with this? And Dominique's response was, it's brilliant, yes, like, let's go for it. And I was like, oh my God, she's the captain of the ship. Like both her and Kat seem like just so on board with the Way Hot ship. It's just so, it's just another level of happy for me to know that the actors are just like 100% enthusiastic about this ship. So.
Oh, absolutely. We're very, very lucky there. We really are. Something we have to be thankful for.
I would say also, if I may, thinking a lot about, you know, ClexaCon this weekend and what it all means, and, you know, just sort of the history of television from when I started watching television from Sesame Street, where there wasn't much representation at the time, you know, but up through, you know, my adolescence, where I was, you know, searching for something that could kind of help explain me to me. And then, you know, kind of the years where there were starting to be characters on TV, but they were always shot in dark light, and it always was something bad. And then you come around to today, where there are real affirming relationships on TV, like Nicole and Waverly, where it's not some sort of traumatic process of coming out and it's a bad thing. You know, maybe it's just realizing this thing about yourself. Like, I don't think I had actually appreciated the emotional impact to that of someone like me until it actually, like, was happening, and, you know, I could kind of think about the progression of TV over the last 20 and 30 years. And so it is awesome to have awesome relationships on TV that we can watch and celebrate and ship, make shirts about, talk about on podcasts and write reviews on. But it is also amazing when the actors themselves, who, you know, are not LGBT, but it is so important to them to portray the relationship authentically. We've heard them talk about that before. It means a lot to them. They feel like it's a responsibility, but also a privilege to be able to portray this relationship that means a lot to so many people. And I just think so highly of all of them. It's so great.
Not a single pun.
Can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. It's coming.
I shot my wad with bisexual.
Other questions or points, folks? I mean, this is our meetup, so there's yes.
Okay, so with Patreon, I heard something about you guys writing a song.
Okay, so, alright, here's my song. Ready? No. Okay, so here's we did meet our Patreon, one of our Patreon goals, and it was that I would write a song for the fandom, and it is half written. That's the good news. And I'm gonna write I got one more half to write, and then I've got to like record it and get a really good sound recording, which is difficult in a house with 5 kids. Last time when I was recording a song, I actually had to record it in my closet, and that was a big nightmare. But and then I'll have to make a video to go with it, because you know, go big or go home, right? So yeah, look for that. I'm hoping to have that done before season 2.
Is it gonna have a hair flip? Please tell me it's gonna have a hair flip.
There will be hair porn.
Yeah, it has
A what?
A sample hair porn.
Oh god.
Come on, girl.
Come on, oh yeah!
One of
There's a
the
slow motion video on
one of the other goals that we hit because of all of you, thank you too, is we're going to have a little fun coming in the next couple of months too. We're going to pick a scene from the pilot episode and reenact it with several of you playing the different parts as an audio drama. So I'm starting to put some notes together on that. So we'll have some fun there. So again, this is what we do as a fandom, is try to have some fun with a lot of this stuff. And if you haven't already seen the song that Bonnie did for Lost Girl, definitely worth looking up. She does some great stuff there.
Bonnie's songs have really struck a chord with a lot of people.
Other questions, points, topics?
Anyone miss Willa? Let's take a show of hands of anyone who will miss Willa.
She's an Earp.
Pour one out for Bobo, guys. No, I'll miss Willa for sure, because I liked that even though we didn't like her, that was the whole point, you know? But she brought a different dynamic. I think we all got really comfortable with the sister dynamic, and then when she was introduced, you realized just how much you were invested in the sister relationship. At least that's how I felt. What about you, Kevin?
Yeah. No. I'd stop talking too much about that. I'll start having issues, so I won't go there.
I will say,
Chopping onions, thank you. That's what I'm doing when I talk about that too much.
so when Willa's character was first introduced, we didn't know who she was, even though maybe we suspected who she was, but I never suspected who she was. She was just, you know, this like attractive girl who helped Wynonna out, or she was supposed to be rescued, and something like that. And so I was like, wow, they have a lot of chemistry. I ship it. And so I tweeted that. I was like, you guys gotta ship it. Oh yeah. And then the next episode, it was revealed that she's her sister. So then I tweeted, I take it back. But then Emily Andress tweeted back and said, ha ha, too late.
That's when you wish Twitter had an edit button.
sisters, you could tell she was kind of like really possessive of Wynonna, considering that she was really mean to Waverly. She was, it's like when she was around her, she was just like, oh, so I'm gonna tell Wynonna you're gay. And it's got, that was really, it was like, what was up with that? Because she clearly did not like Waverly that much.
I think that Emily, I'm not Emily, so. But she's so good at what she does, which is why we're all here, that I think she knew, everybody's connection to Waverly at that point in the season. So by introducing a character like Willa, you could go either way. She could be a great Earp and you're gonna end up with Charlie's Angels where the three of them are like fighting crime, or you make her somebody we don't like, and the fastest way to make her somebody we don't like is to have her mess with Waverly, right? I mean, come on. So when she started being mean to Waverly, I know Kevin and I were like,
I think I sent you guys a message and I was like, I hate her.
I was like, wait, let's hear her out. And like the next episode, I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
yeah, it was great to see the fans rally around that very much. You're messing with our girl. You're not gonna like that.
Champ.
I call him Chip. He was really annoying.
Chomp?
I call him Chip.
Chip.
That's what I call him. I thought he was really annoying. So get away.
I thought it was interesting at the end when Champ confronts Nicole, and we all thought that he was confronting her because she was gay, and in the end, no, he didn't really care about the gay thing. He just cared that she was a cop.
That's right.
Like I was all like, oh, you homophobic ass. Oh, wait. Oh, you're being an asshole for a different reason. Okay.
You're just an ass. Cool.
Yeah, you're just a general.
He couldn't pass the test and he was jealous.
Yeah.
He's like, is that why you're dating her? She's actually a cop. I'm not.
Which just goes to show you when people don't like you, it has more to do with the fact that they don't like themselves. So.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody quick.
Now, one thing, I don't know if you folks heard the recording, but we did at DragCon last year, we did a Wynonna Earp trivia contest. We had a signed photo to give away. So I know some of you heard those questions, but I thought it might be a little fun for those who didn't to ask them again here, just for the sake of a little fun. Now, I'm sure most of you are going to just dive all over these. But if you're game, what I'd like to do, I've got 10 questions or so. For whoever's game, if you're willing to put your hand up, I'll ask you the question first before anyone else can answer, if you're willing to take a shot.
I don't have it with me, but I can send the winner a prize.
Well, I don't know if we can really do, how would we?
Oh.
I'm just more for fun.
Okay. Then I'll just do a giveaway this week. WynonnaEarpFans.com or .org. What do we have? I always forget. I have business cards if you need them, because I can't remember. But yes, a lot of the giveaways and stuff too. We'll be starting to post those there. So I've got a set of questions. Are any folks game to be the one that gets to ask a question before we open it up to the whole crowd? No? I have a question. That person has to answer it first.
So it's like a
Okay, we've got some folks willing to play.
Here we go.
Okay, you're willing to go first. All right.
All right, you get a chance to answer first. Revenant, like nice,
When
nice
we were
touch.
introduced to Willa, what was her name?
Her name was Eve.
Eve, very
Nice.
good. Who wants to go next? Yes, right here. You ready? Here we go. What do Wynonna and Waverly drink at the end of episode 4, The Blade? With alcohol.
I'm gonna say whiskey.
No? I know a lot of you are going to know it, so I'm just going to say it from there. It's bubblegum soda.
They did not. We asked. We actually asked.
We asked her that.
Dominique that, right?
It was a joke.
It was just water.
It was just one. They're good answers. Who wants to go next? Way in the back. Yep. All right. What did the champagne smell like in episode 12, House of Memories?
Peaches.
Peaches. Very good. Who wants to go next? Yes, right there. What song does Waverly sing in episode 6 to find the skull?
Bridget will now sing that song.
Pop goes the weasel. Very good. So you folks are all over this.
It's like they've seen the show.
Yeah, they've seen the show. Next, who wants to go next? We're on a roll. Way in the back, yes. What was the name of Waverly's hamster?
Take the option of asking the audience.
Phone a friend?
Phone a friend.
What do we say, folks? Pikachu. Very good. Who wants to go next? Oh, we're all just friends here, folks. I would have got several of these wrong myself. Yes, okay. This question has a bonus side to it. Get the first part. What does Doc get a ticket for?
It was like speeding.
All right. Do you know how fast he was going?
Good meeting.
You have to convert it yourself.
Say 85.
110.
140.
Damn it.
I'm not sure if they said if it was. Do they? Okay. I've got one or two more. Anyone else want to take a shot? All right, go right here. Let's see, what do we got? What is the name of the leader of the cannibal Revenant family?
It's the mom.
Yeah.
It was Mama Olive. Very close, very close.
Which reminds me, you guys, why don't cannibals eat clowns?
They taste funny.
They taste funny.
I've got one more question, and it's funny, when I ask folks this question, either they know it right away or they have no idea. Who wants to take it? Yes, right here. Opening scene of the first episode. What is the name of the woman who gets off the bus?
Oh, it's Christine? Kristen?
Kirsten, yes. All right, folks, thanks for playing.
Okay, I have a question for everybody. This is going to be a hard one, though. So, what is your favorite, and you can just say it out loud, what is your favorite non-way hot scene? A motorcycle on the truck? Yeah. Bobo and Waverly in the tree house. That's a good one. Crazy chick from the guy.
Yeah.
Personally, I like when she says, "Not the kind of penetration I'm used to."
Not the kind of
Now,
That was ad-lib.
Was it really?
Melanie Scrofano ad-libbed that line. That's why she is our winner.
that's it. What's your third girl?
I only blowjobs for that, please. Clooney? Constance Clooney. I know. We had a lot of fun with that actress. After that scene, people tweeted to her like, "All you need is a margarita now," because she was like buried in a salt flat. So she's like, "You got all the salt? Where's my margaritas?" So yeah, we had a lot of fun with that.
I don't know if you've seen the movie Shanghai Noon, when they leave them in the desert, like buried to the neck, and they leave them with chopsticks. He's like, if you can dig yourself out, and she digs himself out with chopsticks. So I kind of like reminiscent of that scene. I wanted her to like give her chopsticks or something. Dig yourself out.
Yeah, I'm hoping we haven't seen the last of the Stone Ridge. That's the great thing about genre television. You've never seen the last of anybody. So.
We've got about 5 minutes or so left of our time block, folks. I don't know if you want to be making plans socially or if there's any questions we can answer. Again, we appreciate you coming out here. It's wonderful to see so many of you together. We hope you have a great con.
There might be a panel tonight that we're all interested in.
Yeah, I suspect some of you will be there at 7, and then hope to see many of you in the same room tomorrow for our fandom panel as well.
All right, so you guys, tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time, which is what we're here, so you're going to go see the Way Hot panel. That includes the actors who play Way and Hot. It also includes the writer, who her name is like Emma Andreas or something like that. I heard she's okay. And then,
Also good.
yeah, so moderated by the never moderate, Bridget. Bring your questions. Raise your hand if you really enjoy reading Bridget's post-show interviews with Jumply Empress on the TVJumply.com. Alright, awesome. So since Bridget is so awesome, we have decided that fans of Bridget's, we're going to name ourselves the Lesbians. We'll be making t-shirts shortly. We're going to try and sell one to Emma Andreas. And then, so also tomorrow, if you want more of all of this plus some, there's going to be the Wynonna Earp fan panel. It's called Building an Amazeballs Positive Awesome Really Awesome Cool Fandom Family or something like that. I think it's that one. And it is tomorrow at, is it 2 p.m. sharp is that panel. And so people who are on it are here. It's going to be moderated by the recapper on Auto Straddle for Wynonna Earp, Punky Starshine. She's totally awesome. She's going to be moderating that panel. She's going to be whipping us into shape because we're in here with no moderator. It's anything goes. Yeah.
One more thing, wait!
Right now, there's free fangirl shirts. If you go to
Yeah, but clearly we need a moderator.
All right, folks, well, feel free to talk amongst yourselves. We're going to have to vacate in a couple of minutes, but again, have a great con, and thank you for being your awesome selves.
Am I just turning it around now?
Tree fam.
The tree. The tree.
Tree fam.
It's official. It happened inside.
Yes.
Tree fam lives on. What does that say?
If you can't find a tree, make one. I feel like I need to be somewhere.
Okay, now we're just gonna hang out now because we have. How long do we have until the panel?
We got a while.
Oh, we got a while.
Hours.
We got a
bit.
while. To
I don't know if you want to watch us eat.
No, we're not gonna keep it on that long. I just like as.
But this entire thing is a Clexa meetup, isn't it? Yeah, that's the whole convention. We're here because of Clexa.
Their name is in the title. I don't.
Or they just walked in the door. There you go. We just sit here like.
Oh Christ.
I mean,
and I'm like, I have a poster of Lexa in my room. I mean,
I love her, but bye.
not necessary. Oh, I'm gonna go picture of your autograph.
She has a red you guys. Their autograph.
I was like trying to talk like how was I? Oh no, I can't take out. I have to take it. I still have it.
I was like taking it, and then we like looked up, and I was like,
How's a what? Okay, I'm gonna turn this off because I want to go take a picture of them. So, bye.